What's going on, everybody? This is Matt Does Fitness, and I'm actually quite annoyed. I feel rather cheated. Basically, today I went to my local grocery store and I swapped some raisins for some sultanas, but I could not believe the current exchange rate. That was a good one. Right, now I've made this video in light of a few comments I've received from people who have informed me, and I was already aware of this, the fact that I'm taking somewhat of a risk when I squat. Now, the reason for this is obviously that I do not use a spotter and I don't use a safety rack. I haven't got one. My gym is very old and pretty rubbish, and so I haven't got one. I don't have that option. Now, the reason I made it is basically just to inform you of the risks you take when you squat in the way I'm squatting, and the things you can do to avoid breaking your neck, dying, or both simultaneously. So what you're seeing here is a set I did recently. I think it was £314 for about 10 reps. And you saw there I dropped the weight over my head, which in hindsight was incredibly dangerous. I didn't plan to do it. Basically, I'd allowed the bar to get too far in front of me and I couldn't get it off my back. So instinctively, I let it drop over my head. I was very lucky to get out. The guy's reaction there was very funny. It made me laugh quite a lot. He had a laugh about it afterwards as well. I'll show you in slow motion again. You see here, the bar is too far forward. I had to drop it over my head. Look at the guy on the left. That's pretty funny. It makes me laugh every time I see it. But like I said, it is funny and reflection. But to be honest, I was very, very lucky. I could easily have sustained a pretty serious injury there. So obviously that is not an ideal scenario. You do not want to be doing that. Now, what you are watching here is a set I did more recently, which was at £330. I think I got 5 or 6 reps. But the difference here is that I'm more controlled with my form, and so it is a lot safer. Essentially, what I've realised is that the 4 options you have in terms of not dying when you squat is you can either not push yourself too far, so don't go to the point where you think you're going to get stuck. You can obviously use a spotter. You can obviously use a rack with safety bars, whereby if you get stuck, you can just drop the bar straight onto it. And finally, you can make sure you don't do what I did earlier on, which is where you lean forward, you allow the bar to travel too far in front of you, and then you get stuck and it becomes dangerous. Obviously, again, low bar squatting with no spotter or safety rack is the same thing. Obviously, you are running the risk of getting stuck. Now, what I do here, right there you see, I let the bar roll off my back, perfectly safe. I've done it lots of times before, and there is no risk associated with this. I'll show you again in slow motion. I'm very conscious now of trying not to let the bar get too far in front of me, and therefore if I get stuck, as you see there, I can quite simply let it drop down my back, jump out the way, and no one dies. So, hope you enjoyed the video. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you as always tomorrow.